In this tutorial, we're going to have a bit of a look at Comic Life, which is a really great little program for making photo comics. So I've actually already got it open here, so I'm going to open it there. And I'm going to choose blank with styles for this exercise, but there's a whole range of different options and pre-done templates that you can use. I'll leave that entirely up to you. But for my sample, I'm just going to go the blank and blank with styles. Now I want styles over blank because I want to be able to add in extra stuff and so on. So double click on that and okay, there's my blank page, ready to roll. Now, first thing I need to do is I need to work out my frames because, um, you know, comics obviously have frames. Now there's a whole heap of ones to select from. You just get them and drag them in. But let's just go through. Look at all the different options. You can really play with different styles and ideas. Naughty's comic, interesting. And they're all based on particular styles and design concepts. There's manga. So different ways of laying out their frames. Graphic novel. And I'm actually going to use that one for this particular task. And I might just put 3 frames in this particular one. Now, if I were to create a new page, because obviously, you might do more than one page, I just hit new page, blank, and then I would go and drag in my frames to suit. So you can keep adding and adding and adding, and of course, you could mix and match your frame styles. Over here, I've got different backgrounds. So look what happens when I click on these. Actually, it comes into there quite nicely. Different sorts of looks and feels, whatever you want within reason. I tend to think the plainer the better in many ways. But I might just go for this grungy green one to start with. Now, getting your photos in. There's a number of ways to do it. You can even go straight from your camera if you want, but you can go through folders that are attached here, the pictures folder on your computer and that. But it's just as easy to grab them off your desktop and drag them and drop them. Or grab them from another folder if you want to. So I just click on that image there, I drag it, I drop it into the frame, let it go, and there it is. And you can see, like with most editing programs, I can change the size and the shape of it somewhat. So I'll put that there. I'm going to get this photo, I'm going to dump it in here. Again, I'll size it because I want to fill the frame a bit more than it currently is. There we go. And one more photo. These are ID photos I've got for other exercises, but they'll do for this one fine. And I might make that a bit bigger too because it's a bit much space in it. Okay, so now I've got my photos in. I've sized them the way I want. There's other things I can do with my photos if I want. So if I click on my photo again, now that brings up the frame. If I double click, brings up the photo. And there we have styles down here for our photos, and that's really important. You'll also see them up here, and you'll also see them there, the different filters. And that actually gives us a bit more of a explanation of what they are, what they're called. So there's a whole range. We'll look at retro black and white there. Interesting. I might go to painted, different painted ones, and you'll see these levels. Look, so I can adjust them more to get more detail if I want to, or less. It depends on the image itself. It's a bit slow on moving there. Not a lot of detail in that one, so I might think, okay, I'm going to go to this one instead. Go over here. Yes, I'll stick with that one. Go to my next picture. Remember, a double click to get the picture. It really doesn't matter which way you select it, but if I'll go to this one here, that one I will make retro black and white. And again, I've got a level to adjust the image and the tone, and I'll keep that quite like that. And same, we'll go here. And for this one, I'll just pop over here and I'm going to grab that painted one there. And I might just take the level down a bit so there's a little bit more detail in it. Yeah, there we go. So we've got more detail. So there's our 3 photos. I won't worry about the second page. I'll most probably delete that in a bit. In fact, I'll just click on it now. Is it going to let me delete it? Right click. Yeah, delete page. There we go. Delete. And see here, I can right pick new page, duplicate page. So if you want to keep the same layout, new page with grid layout, new page with current panels. So let's grid layout, give us, oh yeah, okay, different. We can see what that'll do. And current panel. So, you've got a lot of control over what you're going to do. Now, it's a comic. So we want to put some text and speech bubbles in there. So I might put a heading up here. I'm going to choose that style of writing. I've got different styles I can choose. There we go. I won't change the text, but you can obviously. You're going to get into there and you're going to change what you type. Backspace and title. Title here. Click over there. You can make it bigger. You can see I'm stretching it there because I'm not using the shift key. I'm going to put that there. Now I might go back to a speech bubble. Put it up here. I want it a bit bigger than that, so I can click on it just outside there. You can see I can play around with the shape a bit there. Okay, and now if I want to get this tail so it's not straight to the center of face, I might put it down here so it goes to, yeah, or you might put it all the way down to a mouth because that's tending where you have it. This other one I might put in is a thought bubble on this one. So I go click again. Oops. I want to move it over here. No, I don't. I'll keep it there. I'll make it a bit bigger. And now I'll get my tail or whatever you want to call it. There. I've changed the words in it. And so on. I can play with my fonts a bit. You can see the different options, different styles that are there too. There's all the different fonts up there. So, you've got a fair bit of control. You can put a drop shadow on your shape, which is quite handy. You can play around with the fill on it if you want. Stroke, I imagine, makes the gives you a bit more thickness on the outside on the word. So you've got a fair bit of control with your layout. Your text, you can use bold, italic, underline. You've got a font color if you want there. It's pretty normal. Size of font and your justifications, left, right, center, and so on. You can make your words bigger and smaller and use all the different tools that are there. You can zoom in, fit the page there if you want to fit it so you can see it, which there it is there. And so on. Now, obviously, we want to be able to then print our photo out. Now, we could just go and hit File, Print, or use the print menu that's there. So you could print to PDF if you wanted to. We could export it. What do we export? What are our options? There we go. Export from there to there. Image PDF 72 DPI. We might want 300 DPI. PDF. We can set it out as a JPEG if we wanted to. We could send it to Photos, EPUB, a couple of others. We've got options. So if I say it was PDF, would I say 300? 300 is print level, so that'd be cool. I hit next. It's mostly going to ask me where to do it. Yeah, I'll just put it on the desktop for safety here, desktop, and I'm going to export it to the desktop. Processing page 1, and there it is. It's come up over here somewhere. There it is, untitled PDF. I right click and open it with preview. I don't want to open it with, so you open with preview. There it is. There's my photographic comic ready to roll. So you can have a lot of fun with this. You can create some quite detailed works. You don't have to add the effects to your photos if you don't want to, or you can pre-process your photos in Photoshop. You could do effects in there and then import them that way. Turn them black and white and so on. If you combine this with other software, the choices are pretty limitless. So you have black and white photos that are not comic style; they're actually photographic quality. So that'll give you an idea of how to start and play, and hopefully you can build your works from there.